So they're saying that we are in the age of AI, and I think we are. You see AI being integrated in almost everything that is in our lives, whether it's in our workplace or it's in our schools or it's in the places that we buy things from, or everything AI is impacting, right? And so yes, we are in the age of AI, and things are shifting very, very quickly, and the rate of change is accelerating. Every single day, there's a new tool that's out there that kind of unlocks a potential, right? So it's amazing. AI is an incredible tool. But what I'm starting to notice, and what I wanted to call out in this video and just kind of just put it on record, is I think here's a huge opportunity for us as humans, right, to create something that is real. And so I believe that as AI continues to get better, and what we see on the screen and what we hear in our headphones, as we can't, decipher whether it's AI generated or human, or it's deep fakes or things like that, the things that we actually kind of absorb and consume through these kind of digital platforms, the trustworthiness breaks down. Because I seen some videos that I thought was super real, and somebody told me, no, that didn't happen. It's not real, right? And so for me, my trust of what I'm seeing and hearing through these digital platforms are diminishing and dropping at an accelerated rate for me. So what does that mean? What that means is here's an opportunity to actually step into the real. The return of the real is what I've been calling it. And I wrote about this on the Constava newsletter. But I'm seeing a trend and a pattern that's emerging where, especially with the Generation Alpha, there's a lot of kind of reports coming out that they're actually starting to become the unplugging generation. They'll use the phone as a communication tool, and so like group chats are a good way that they're connecting. But what they're looking for is a connecting to step into a real life experience. So, as they will call it, the IRL experience. And actually, I will take it to a further point than that, is that actually the only thing that might become a way of verifying anything is actually to do it in person. And so I believe that spaces like sacred spaces or faith-based spaces like the sanctuaries and the havens and other places are going to be places where people are going to be craving, because that's the only place that actually is real and is temporal, because it's presence focused, and it's focused on the here and now, right? And so for some reason, I think there's going to be a great opportunity for churches and for community centers and for businesses to create these kind of like havens, sanctuaries, spaces where I would say verification could happen. Now I know it gets confusing when I say that, but the idea is like, am I really talking to a real person? And only when we're actually talking face to face versus on Zoom or other things, can we really know that we're actually, talking about real things. And then the contextualization that happens when you're actually across from each other has been another great way of making sure that, there's no pretense associated with it, or there's no manipulation or selling point. So just wanted to make a quick video. I know it's random, it's kind of a little weird, but just wanted to kind of say it out there, put it out there publicly. Love to hear your thoughts. I think there's a huge opportunity for the spaces that are empty right now to be converted to kind of like spaces where experiences and real life things could happen. Even when I look at Airbnb and how they've pivoted, of course, their main moneymaker is the rentals, but they're moving towards experiences and services. And so I feel like in the same way, whether you're leading a church or have a business or leading a school, I think creating spaces for conversations and discourse, and also just real life connections and game playing, board games and things like that is going to be really important. I mean, you could look at the trends of like the offline club that's happening in Europe, right? I also hear of these kind of gatherings where they call it the airplane mode. And so you go there and you just turn your phone on airplane mode and turn off the Wi-Fi, and you just spend an hour, 2 hours just being together. You may not even be interacting, but you're in the room together reading a book or doing a puzzle. Like, it's really interesting. There's a movement out there in New Zealand called the O3 Spaces, where they create this kind of almost like a speakeasy kind of environment. And so I feel like there's a trend coming. And so again, just Maybe I'm rambling. Maybe I'm talking too much. Maybe I'm just a little delusional, idealistic. But I think there's a huge opportunity for people that are craving a soul connection, a real life connection. And I believe that there's a business opportunity and also there's a impact opportunity that could be created by converting these empty spaces into what my friend Dave Gibbons would call havens. All right, that's all I have to say. I'll see you next time. Bye.